Hey everybody, Ashley here, and I know a lot of you are doing New Year's resolutions to get fit and live a healthier lifestyle, and obviously I'm a huge promoter of that. So I wanted to help out a little bit by breaking down some of the terms that are, widely used in the fitness world, and just in case, you're trying to look up a workout program on bodybuilding.com or another site, or, a coach gives you a workout and you think that, oh, I've got this and I'm so ready to go. And you get to the gym and you're like, I don't even know what this says. So, for instance, um, very basic, you're going to have your sets and your reps. So, your reps or repetitions are the number of times that you lift and lower a weight on a certain exercise. So, for example, if you lift and lower the weight on the bench press, say you do that motion, that's one rep. And then you just keep doing that for as many reps as you want. And then a set would be, how many times you do that many reps for one set. So say if you go into a gym and your trainer says, all right, we're going to do 3 sets of 12 reps of bench press at whatever weight, the bar or whatever, then that means you're going to do 12 reps, this motion 12 times with the bench press for 3 whole sets. So 3 sets of 12. So that's really basic, but that's where it's all going to start. And I know some of you are just starting out, so that's important to explain the basics. And the next thing is reps to failure. So your coach might say, we're going to do these reps to failure. That means that you're going to do as many reps as you can until you can't anymore. If you don't have a spotter, make sure that last push that you can finally get up, that you can get it up and place it back on the rack and it's not going to smash down on you. That would be your last, your failure rep. So that's reps to failure. Usually you would do reps to failure on your last set so that, you've completely exhausted the muscle on that exercise. A superset. A superset is when you perform one exercise and you immediately follow it with another exercise without taking any rest in between. So, say that you usually use, you want to use 2 different muscle groups when you do a superset. You don't want to do biceps and then more biceps and then rest because you're just going to exhaust your biceps on the first one and you're not going to be able to do the second one, you're not going to be able to do multiple sets of that. So for a superset, you might do bicep curls and then tricep kickbacks. And that would be your superset. And then you would rest and then you would do the same bicep curls and tricep kickbacks again and rest. And that would be a superset. A triple set or a giant set, some people like to call, I call it a circuit. So a circuit would be a triple set or a giant set. A triple set is where you have 3 exercises. It's like a superset, but instead of having 2 exercises, now you have 3. A giant set would be when you have 4. So to me, that's like a circuit. So you do 4 different exercises, preferably on at least 2 different muscle groups, and do all of them back to back and then have 2 minutes of rest, and then do all of them back to back and have 2 minutes of rest. So that would be the triple set, giant set, or circuit, whatever you want to call it. Drop sets are when you have, you work out and you do the exercise until you get to your final rep, whether it's a predetermined number of reps, like 12 reps in a set, or if you're doing as many as possible. So you finish your final rep on that weight, and then you're going to drop the weight it can be range anywhere between 20 to 40%, sometimes even 50% if you're lifting really heavy to begin with. And so you get your last rep, you drop the weight down a little bit, and then you pump out more reps, and you should be able to do more on the lighter weight and then you're gonna rest, put the weight back on that you started with, do those reps, drop the weight off, and do your next set of reps, like not next set, but next amount of reps that you're either going to be already like predetermined or as many as possible. So that's a drop set. Active rest is when instead of doing, one set of 12 and then just like sitting there, that would you're at rest. So active rest would be you do your set of 12 and then you jump off that weight equipment and you do 10 jumping jacks or 10 burpees or run around the building or whatever. And then, little pause and then start up again. From. The first time I saw from, it said do from squats. And I said, from what? So from is an acronym for full range of motion. So full range of motion squats, going all the way down, coming all the way back up, making sure my hips are, in the right alignment and my glutes are being squeezed and I am, reaching that parallel or going lower and then coming all the way back up. AMAP is as many as possible. So if you see an exercise that says 12 bicep curl, one set of bicep curls, AMAP. That would be one set of bicep curls, as many as possible. And then sometimes you might even see AMRAP, which is as many reps as possible. It means the same thing. HIIT is high intensity interval training. That's when you do a exercise for like 60 to 90 seconds as hard as you can go on this exercise. So if you're running on the treadmill, you're sprinting as fast as you can go. And then you take about 30 to 45 seconds off and then sprint as fast as you can go for however many seconds that you did the first time. And you just go back and forth. HIIT usually lasts about 20 minutes because by the end of 20 minutes, you should feel like you're either going to throw up or like you're going to die or something awful. But you're going to be fine, I promise. And the good thing about HIIT, instead of steady state cardio where you just like do the same, run on the treadmill at level 3 for 40 minutes or whatever, and your heart rate never goes higher than whatever you get it to at its like highest point for that. With HIIT, your heart rate goes up, and then when you're on your 30 seconds of downtime and you're just walking, your heart rate goes down and it goes up and down. And obviously, that's going to work your heart and your endurance, cardiovascular system, respiratory system, all of that's going to be like kind of shocked, but in a good way. And when you get off of the treadmill or whatever it is that you're on, Stairmaster or whatever, your heart is going to like continue to expect to have to go up and down for the next 20 to 40 minutes. So you're actually still burning calories for like up to 40 minutes or sometimes even an hour, depending on how hard, you push yourself, after you get off of that equipment. So you're burning calories and your workout was done. You did 20 minutes and you burned an hour's worth of calories after that. So that's pretty awesome. And then Tabata is pretty much like HIIT, but it's shorter time intervals. So with Tabata, that's where you work out, where you'll do 8 sets of like 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. So if you were to do burpees, you would do 20 seconds on of burpees, 10 seconds of just standing there. 20 seconds on, 10 seconds standing there. And you would do that 20, 10, 8 times. And that would be a round of Tabata. And then you go on to your next exercise of, 8 sets, 20, 10 of whatever that exercise is. And I would only choose like 4 exercises, 4 to 6. And that's going to be a killer workout. And it's going to be over pretty quickly. Maybe 20 to 30 minutes, but it's like HIIT and it's a great workout for you. So hopefully all of those little definitions help you out, and I will see you on the next video where I'm going to break down some more stuff for you. All right, bye.